All right, good evening. So I'm gonna make a quick video on the wheel. So it's a wheel strategy. I love this strategy because one, it's one that gives you passive income on a week-to-week basis. It's great. So we just dive right into it. So there's basically three rules to this strategy. One, you got to pick a stock that you like and that you want to own, and you think that's gonna go up over time. There's a bunch of tickers out there you can jump into. I'll recommend like SoFi, Palantir, Telroy. The one that I'm using right now is LABU. Big fan of LABU. It's the one I have pulled up right now. So the idea is find a stock that you want, and then find, hey, where do I want to own this stock at? Like what is a good entry for this stock? So do a little TA on it. And for me, I kind of jumped the second step and went right into the third. So second step is sell a cash covered put, and what that looks like is, hey, I'm going to pull up. I got Webull just for simplicity of the options chart here. I'm going to look at selling puts. So if you go to your strike here, hey, it's 5 August. I'm going to sell. I want to own this stock at $8. So right now it's trading just above that, about 8.30. I know this thing's gonna be trending upwards, and I'd like to own this stock if it does come down to $8. So this whole thing boils down to finding a stock, picking the strike price that you want to own this thing at, and being happy with that entry. So I'd be happy owning 100 shares of this stock if it hits $8 a share. Now the idea behind this is I'm going to click here on the bid. I'm going to buy, if you only do one contract, you have to have $800 of cash on hand to buy 100 shares at the $8 strike. But when I open that position up, I'm going to get $35 as a premium. So I get $35 for that $8 strike. So if you do the risk reward on that, and the math, that return on what you're putting up on the collateral to own that stock is pretty good. And on top of that, if it does go down below $8 and I get it signed, now I own this stock at $8 a share. And that's kind of where the wheel strategy gets initiated. So once you, let's say the stock dips down below $8 and you get a sign and like, all right, cool, now I own this stock $8. I got paid the premium, which was $35. Now put that in my pocket. Now I own this stock. I own 100 shares of it at $8 a share. The next step is for the following week, I'm going to sell a call option at a strike that I'd like to sell it at. So if let's pretend I own 100 shares of it, and I'm looking at the 5 August strike. I'm like, all right, well, I'll take a I'll take a dollar, a dollar profit at the $9 strike, and I'm gonna sell the call option for $30 a share. So, or $30 a contract. So I already have 100 shares. I'm gonna sell that call. I'm gonna make 30 bucks off that, and if it hits my $9 or above, I'll get a sign. I'll be forced to liquidate that, and I'll sell the 100 shares. So I make the dollar per share profit, plus I'll keep the $30. So again, wheel strategy is great because you could do this week in, week out. For me personally, I own 2,000 shares of this stock, and as this thing kind of settles around that $8 mark, wherever, I'll continue to sell calls against it at the 9.5, where I'd be happy with selling it because I own it for about 8.25. So every week I'll keep doing this and keep pulling in the profit from these premiums, and then I'll keep adding to my positions. So I'll do this a few times. I'll make when you're selling 20 call contracts, you're making in the neighborhood of like $700-800. That's enough to open up another contract. So now I'm like, all right, now instead of 20, I could sell 20 call contracts and then sell one put contract at 8. and then lower my average at that. So I could just basically keep doing this rollover method with this particular ticker and continue to collect on income, passive income, based on those selling those premiums, and that's how this thing continues to grow. So as as my portfolio or the money that I have invested in LABU continues to move up, I'll be able to open up more and more positions, and then over time, this thing keeps rising up. I'll be able to take advantage of it, of those prices as they continue to roll up. But the thing I like about this the most is that the premiums for this particular ticker, based on its share price, is fantastic. I mean, you're talking an $8 strike call 1 week out gives you about a 40 cent 30 to 40 cent gain, and that's why I like that. You could take a look at like SoFi, where it's closer, maybe like 5-10 cents. Usually this will give you about a 4% risk to your potential collateral that you put up to it, whereas this is almost 2 or 3 times that. That's why I like this particular ticker, and it floats around with where I think SPY is going to go, as this is a somewhat linked to the S&P. So hey, if you have any questions based on this particular strategy, hit me up. I know this video is quick, but I just wanted to point this particular ticker out with its premiums. Thanks.